So Megan Xavier and Jess Birkin here, and we want to talk to you about why you need to stop giving free consultations. Just stop. No more.
Yeah, no more free consultations. Okay, we've got our top 5 reasons why you have to stop giving away your consultations, right? So number 1 is that, well, first let's back up. Megan and I both are the converted. We both charge for our consultations.
And I used to think that just sounded like blasphemy.
I was petrified to actually pull the trigger on that. But I will say that the number 1 reason on our top 5 list is that you get better quality clients when they have to pay for the consultation. I have definitely found that is true. I don't know if you found that that's to be true. Yeah. I feel like the people who actually book consultations with me are prepared to pay for my services in general. Mm-hmm. They are valuing my time and my expertise. I've always had really great clients, but not everybody that came in for a consultation hired me. And I feel like the clients that I am getting from my paid consults are a very high caliber client.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And not rich, just quality people who value my time and services.
Yes, and I would say that's absolutely been my experience too. They filter out.
Yeah.
Number 2 reason is that I'm compensated for my time even if I can solve their problem in the consultation.
Yeah.
That was a huge reason for me to start because I do ethics work. Sometimes 45 minutes talking to me is really all you need. If you got a bar complaint, we might talk it through, realize it's really not a big deal, that your draft response is good, and I send you on your way. And I was doing a lot of that. Yeah. And then I had solved their problem, I had given them value, but I was not being compensated in return, and that happened a lot.
Yeah, literally same for me. And Megan knows this because she helped me pull the trigger on this when I was fretting over it. I work with nonprofits. I do a lot of nonprofit startups. So a lot of my consultations are talking people out of starting a nonprofit because it's not the right fit for them. Or I might be doing a consultation on a nonprofit issue that's very small and we solve it in that first hour. Well, if I do that 6-7 times a week, that's a lot of my time that's gone. Mm-hmm. And those clients I have found are more than happy to pay for those things. So it's really been a huge boon to my practice to actually get paid for all of those hours that I spend talking myself out of a job. Yeah.
And see, at first I thought that I was doing a good thing by having those consultations. I thought, well, I've given them value. They didn't have to pay for it. They're going to become a cheerleader and they'll go tell their friends and they'll become referral sources. Like I had this all worked out in my head of why what I was doing was not a waste of my time, that I was somehow priming the well for more work later on. I don't think that ever really happened.
No, I don't think that's true either.
In fact, I think they didn't value the time. They were happy with their result. They got their problem solved, but they didn't view me as having solved it for them.
Right. Well, because we were not valuing ourselves.
Well,
right?
Yeah,
we said, I'm worth $0. Mm-hmm. You have to pay me nothing. It's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy there.
Agreed.
All right, so our number 3 reason is you get a lot fewer no-shows when you have a paying consultation. So I know that I have found that not only do I have fewer no-shows for my consults, but people are actually early. Like they come early and they are prepared and they are very ready for their appointment. And I think they realize that, they want to get their money's worth out of it and they don't want to be 15, 20 minutes late for something that they paid for.
Yeah. I used to have a lot of people do no-shows. Mine are all by phone, and I would call them at the appointed time and no one would be there. And I'd sit around and that ate up another 20 minutes of my time because, well, maybe they're about to call me right back. Maybe they just missed it. And so I wouldn't want to start something else because maybe they were going to call. Right. I wouldn't want to get on the phone because what if they did call? We had this appointment. And then a no-show who is $0 to me, 0 chance of future business to me because they didn't even show up, now ate up, all the time of getting ready for the call, being at my phone, then waiting for them to call back, which I don't think a single one ever did. No-shows were a huge problem. I have had 0. I have been charging for consultations for about 1.5 years now, I've had 0 no-shows.
Yeah, that's awesome. So that leads into our number 4 reason.
Yes. Our number 4 reason is that we find that the people who have paid for consultations respect our time a lot more. When I did free consultations, I did set a time limit. I said they were 45 minutes or an hour. I don't remember exactly which I said, but I did have a time limit on it.
Yeah, me too.
They would go on and on. I mean, I know I had free consultations that went an hour and a half, and I didn't feel comfortable just cutting them off and saying enough, because that's just not my personality. And so they not only ate up the time that I had originally set aside for them, but even more. Now with paid consultations, I have more people say to me, I realize I'm coming up against my 45 minutes, or I know we're short on time. If I could just get one more question from you. I never had that kind of respect shown for my time before they were paying for it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. People are very aware of what time it is, and that their hour is coming to a close now that I charge for my consultations. And now if I go over time, I don't necessarily even feel guilty, because it's like, well, I'm throwing in a little extra time because we need it, and I don't have to feel bad because I'm wasting my entire day giving away free consultations when I have paying clients who are waiting for me to produce their work product, right? It's really nice that people have much more respect for that time window that they're using, I think.
Oh, I agree.
All right, and that brings us to our 5th reason why you should not be giving away your consultations anymore. That is more sales. Megan and I both agree that we have better conversions from paid consultations, meaning that those people go on to hire us. And I think that wraps around back to number 1, that these are higher quality clients who want to pay for value, and they've already gone through that decision-making process, that they are willing to open up their wallet and pay for your service for that hour. Mm-hmm. So they're much more likely to want to retain your services for their matter or their project, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. The tire kickers are not going to pay. And that's one thing I think I had to get over as a mental hurdle, was I thought that if I wasn't giving free consultations, then those people were never going to hire me because I wasn't willing to talk to them for free. What I had to realize is they were never going to hire me anyway.
Right.
People who won't pay me my nominal charge for a period of time to talk out their problem aren't going to hire me for any further work either.
Right.
So you're not actually losing real potential clients. You're saving yourself giving up time to tire kickers who are never going to hire you.
You're not losing anything. You are saving yourself from talking to people who probably were never going to hire you in the first place.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So absolutely, you need to stop giving free consultations.
Yeah. So those are our top 5 reasons why you should charge for your consultations. I think we've got more to say on this topic. So maybe we'll do another video.